All right, we're live. Done quite a bit of streams in the last 2 days. Well, not really. I guess this is like my third, maybe. But yeah, this is gonna be my first impressions on the PlayStation 5. I've had the console since I think like 1 o'clock today or so. I don't know the exact time I got here. I don't know if anyone's gonna join this stream. It's like 2 a.m. right now. I have not been playing all day because I was actually at work. Oh, looks like my camera's got something on it. Because I was actually at work. From like. God, this looks like J.J. Abrams right now. I can't help the lens flare. I was at work from like what time? 7 to 11 p.m. So you know, I got to play for a few hours and then I came home. But basically, yeah, this is the. I have my console sideways now. If you guys saw earlier today, I had it standing up. I now have it on its side. I think it looks better standing up, and personally, I actually think that's it's nicer having it standing up because putting the disc in is easier. It's not that it's hard to do like this, but anyways, it's a massive console. Like, you guys can just see how huge this is. Over here, this is my Xbox One X. Not very big, kind of a small console compared to this thing. I mean, this thing's just massive. It is huge. It's kind of messy back here. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my VR unit. But, yeah, this is a huge console. It's pretty crazy how large it is, honestly. What I was thinking about the disc is just because this part kind of sticks out. When you're just standing up, putting the discs in, you can't really see. You just have to do it by, like, muscle memory. But yeah, no, I'm loving it so far. As far as, like, any glitches or anything I've had, or any bugs with the console, I've luckily had 0. I did have a game crash on me that was Demon's Souls. It crashed, like, really early on in the game, so luckily I didn't lose anything drastic. But yeah, the console, it's crazy. Like, it is without a doubt the most immersive console I've ever used because of the DualSense. I mean, this thing is incredible. Here it is right here. This is my new favorite controller. Like as far as just how it feels in your hand, it feels nice. Like, it feels similar to an Xbox controller, but obviously the thumbsticks are laid across from each other horizontally. It feels really nice, but it's the features that make this thing such a mind-blowing controller. Like, the haptic feedback. I know haptic feedback exists in the Switch, but those are on those tiny little Joy-Cons, which is basically like you're barely getting any haptic feedback with those things, so they're just so small. With this, I mean, it's insane. Like, I felt there was one specific moment in Astro's Playroom where there was like this boulder thing rolling towards me, and the vibration I got from that was incredible. Like, it felt like something was blowing up in my hand. Super, like, strong vibrations. The triggers are really awesome. Like, the features with them. I've been playing Cold War just a little bit, like a very, very minor amount on multiplayer, and each weapon is different. Like, each gun, when you fire it, the controller will, like, you have to press kind of harder to, like, push it down, and then once it gets down to here, it's actually firing, and it'll kind of, like, jitter like that, depending on the type of weapon. It's really crazy. When you're aiming with Call of Duty, you have to press down a decent amount. Like, there's a lot of, like, resistance. It's kind of pushing down like that. It's the only thing I could see getting a bit annoying is the resistance on the left trigger when you're playing Call of Duty. If you could turn that down a bit but keep this one the same, that's kind of how I would do it personally. But it's crazy. Like, it's fucking amazing. I don't mean to swear, but, like, it is genuinely, like, incredible what they managed to do with this controller, because I remember back when the controller was announced, and there were some people saying that, oh, these features existed on Xbox. There was haptic feedback on some other controllers in the past, and, adaptive triggers existed. But no, like, there's literally, these adaptive triggers are like nothing I've ever seen before. Like, Xbox had trigger vibration, but that's not what adaptive triggers are. Like, this is insane. Have I had any problems at all? No, I've only had one game crash, which might not even be a console issue. It could just be a game issue, and that was with Demon's Souls. Otherwise, I've had 0 issues. Nothing's wrong with my console whatsoever yet. I mean, that's the thing is, like, say that, there's thousands and thousands of units sold. You're going to get ones that aren't going to be working. That's just a normal thing. So I'm lucky in the sense that I didn't get one that has issues yet. But no, I've had, like I said, 0 problems so far. I've just been having so much fun. Like, this is crazy. I'll show you guys how incredibly fast the SSD is right now. So, for example, I have no games opened right now, even just to prove it. I'll open up Astro's Playroom. You guys will see how fast it is to bring you to, like, the main menu of the game. Right? Like, you get the Sony Interactive Entertainment thing. Normally it skips this stuff. I'm surprised it's not skipping it. But, So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the main menu and close it, just so you guys can see I'm not in any game whatsoever. Say, oh, I want to play Miles Morales, and there's this little challenge I can do, some kind of like traversal challenge. It says it'll take about 5 minutes to complete. Let's click resume. Now it's going to open the game and bring me to that specific challenge. This is how insanely fast it loads it. So from the main menu, all games closed. Just like that, I am in the game. Like, that's insane. And like you press the little PlayStation button, you tap it, and it brings up kind of like this quick menu where you can see trophies and stuff. It tells you, this will take me about 5 minutes to complete. I mean, it's like ridiculous how fast this console is. I love it. So go back to the main menu, and it's just insane. Because one of my biggest problems with the PS4, and that's like the PS4 is probably my favorite console of all time. This is gonna top it already, I can tell you. But opinion on the Xbox Series X. Well, I don't own one personally. I do plan on getting one maybe eventually. The Xbox Series X, honestly, I don't love the way Xbox kind of handled this generation. Because they kind of treated it more like just upgrading hardware, right? Like, what I mean by that is it has the exact same menu. It's basically just a better version of an Xbox One. And, well, that's not necessarily an issue. I mean, it's a super powerful console. It's, like, really fast as well. It's just, I don't know. I kind of like how PlayStation, it feels like there's actually a lot of innovation. Like, for example, the controller, like I said. The Xbox is using pretty much the same controller. It feels like PlayStation really went, with the idea that they wanted to make games more immersive, and so they really focused on making this controller that would have these incredible features, and they're also, focusing on 3D audio. Now, 3D audio hasn't been implemented yet. You can experience it with headphones, but that's it. If only PS5 was smaller. It's a big console, but that's not going to stop me from, choosing PlayStation over Xbox this time around. Like, if that's what it boils down to, if it was, the PlayStation is small, or is larger, and that's why you're not going to get it over the Xbox, I mean, fine, I guess, but, I just feel like there's so much more being offered on the PlayStation, personally, especially, when all the Xbox's games are going to be on PC now. I just don't really see the point in going for Xbox. But yeah, I agree it's a large console. I don't really care that much, though, to be honest. I have the room for it. It's a large console, but, whatever. So, yeah, no, I prefer PlayStation's approach. I mean, oh, you're getting yours for Christmas. Okay, so you're still getting one. Yeah, no, I love how fast this is. It's insane. The things I've noticed right off the bat, I think the best thing about the console so far is the controller. I think that the speed of it is obviously insane. You guys saw how quickly I literally just loaded into Miles Morales there, with the game being closed, right? It's not like I loaded to the main menu and then went in. I just went straight to that part of the game. That's how fast you can do it. Astro's Playroom, if I wanted to continue, the level I was at earlier, I would just press square and it would bring me right back there. It's pretty awesome. I don't even know what part I was actually at, to be completely honest. There's a lot of these continue things. I think I was on this level. So, want to continue there, press square. And, just like that, I am back in Astro's Playroom. So you guys can, just see how crazy that stuff is. Astro is definitely the best demo, I guess you could say, that they have for the, if you want to try out the controller, I would recommend going to Astro's Playroom. It is the best demo you could get for that. Next, that has a 4K Blu-ray player. Yeah. I think the Xbox One X, the one that I have, the Xbox One I have, that also has a 4K Blu-ray player. That's one thing that I think Sony kind of screwed up with on the PS4 Pro, was that they didn't include that. So it's nice that they're doing it this time around. It's definitely nice to have the 4K player. I have a separate 4K player right there, nice quality, but that's what I use to watch my 4Ks on. I prefer that. Although for a lot of people, there's not really a point in buying a console that can play 4K Blu-rays and then on top of that buying a 4K player. So, but yeah, it is awesome to have a 4K player built in. I don't think I'm going to use it ever really, but it is nice to have it. So yeah, like I'm just really loving it so far. It sucks I have to work in the morning. I work at like 12, so and I'm probably gonna play this until like 3:30 or so, but maybe 3. I don't know. Message deleted by Google moderator team. What the hell? Okay, do you want to try re-commenting what you did, but just like maybe space out some of the letters or something? It just, I don't know why. It said that it deleted your comment by the moderator team. I don't know why. I wish that shit didn't exist on YouTube. I hate those like automatic things where they just delete comments. I've got 13% on my phone, so I'm not gonna be streaming for long. But yeah, no, so far the first thing I did was play Astro for a bit. I'm already almost done it. Like I said, it's just a demo. It's not really actually a full-on game. So yeah, I tried that for a little bit. Think it's great, like just for demoing the things. Then I went to the store because the thing is, I pre-ordered a bunch of games on Best Buy. I pre-ordered, well, Miles Morales, Cold War, Demon Souls, and Little Big Planet, which I haven't downloaded yet. I have it right here. Oh, before you played on the Xbox Series, yes, or on your Xbox One X, yeah. Yeah, I forgot I have to download Sackboy still, but what I was gonna say is that like, so I I pre-ordered all those games online. None of them arrived. They're not supposed to get here until like Tuesday or Wednesday from Canada Post because we have awful shipping here. So I just went to the store, and they had all the games that I pre-ordered, so I just bought them again. And then when the ones from Best Buy get here, I'm just gonna return them because, yeah, the shipping was terrible. So one thing I'm definitely gonna have to get used to, I feel like I'm already getting more used to it, is the PlayStation menu, because it's similar looking to the PS4 one. Like, it's not a huge difference, but it definitely, I have to get more used to it. Because normally you just press the PlayStation button, it brings you to the main menu, but now it's like, instead pressing that gives you like this little quick menu, which is really handy. Because you go to your game base, you can see your friends, who are online and whatnot. You can see your notifications. All that stuff is like, right here, pretty quick. I mean, I love how fast the menu is, because that was my biggest problem with the PS4. Yeah, I still have some games on here. Like, I have Last of Us Part 2 on here loaded up. I'm not gonna re-download all of my PS4 games on here, to be completely honest, because there wouldn't be enough storage for that, but only really select titles. Like Last of Us, I'll download like the first one probably. Last of Us Part 2 I'm keeping. Uncharted 4, and then maybe like Ghost of Tsushima, because Ghost of Tsushima has like a 60 FPS update on a PS5, which is really awesome. So games like that I'll probably download, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think I'm still keeping my PS4. I'm not one of those people who's gonna like sell their previous console and just jump over completely to the new one. Like, yes, obviously the PS5 loads the old games faster, but I don't know. Like, I don't mind going back to the PS4 to play some of those games. But yeah, the menu's obviously different. I don't think they have themes this time around. Like, I know they don't currently. I don't know if they're gonna add themes. I'm gonna go turn off the light, by the way, because it's really dark and you can't see anything. The glare on the TV is terrible. So, like right now, right? I hope Sony releases a new hard drive for storage on PS. Yeah, the SSD, it's not that massive. Like, it's only it's 800 gigabytes, but it's more like, or it's 825 gigabytes, but realistically, it's like 670 or something like that once you like include the OS on that. Because yeah, consoles are never as large as they say they are. Like, you have to take into account the the OS, which takes up like 100 something gigs. So yeah, the console is not got that much storage. Like, I think I have like 200 something gigabytes left. Let me see. Yeah, I have about 270 gigs left. Of course, the focus is terrible, which is like kind of like alarming. Like, it's like, oh great, I'm gonna be out soon already. I'm also not super worried, because the thing is it's like 6 months down the line when I've got more games on my PS5. I can guarantee you I'm not going to have Astro's Playroom downloaded. I'm probably not going to have Spider-Man Remastered downloaded. Probably not going to have Bugsnax downloaded, right? Like, these are kind of, like, I'm pretty good at managing storage on my consoles. So, I don't know. I think I'll be fine. I do, obviously, like, yeah, it definitely could have been larger. If they are selling 2 TB ones, they're probably going to cost like $500 or something, but I might go that route, right? Because I want to have a ton of storage. Those big updates will take yeah. Well, we'll see. Like, I don't know. It really depends. Trying to think what to do right now. I have Cold War currently. No, wait. Currently, I have Miles Morales inserted. I still need to install Little Big Planet tonight. But yeah, no, I'm really liking the console. I'm gonna go on on Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, actually. Yeah, I love how like fast it loads things. Like, that's just so nice to see. Like I said, I basically just opened this game and like swung for like 2 seconds and then closed it because I've been like, that's the problem is when I get like multiple games at once, like I have right now, I can't decide between one. Looking forward to COD. I'm not even the biggest COD person, to be completely honest. I'm not the biggest COD person. I skipped out on. I've gotten every single COD game since, I guess, Modern Warfare, like 2007. I didn't get World at War though. But I skipped out on, I guess, World at War because I didn't really buy them back then. But I skipped out on Infinite Warfare and the new Modern Warfare from last year. I got Cold War. Like, usually Call of Duty games, I play the campaigns, which are usually bad, and then I play multiplayer for like 10 hours and I'm done. Cold War, I could see that changing because I loved the multiplayer beta. Like, I was super into it. So did you buy the PS5? I think so. I think it's awesome so far. Like, I've got zero complaints. But yeah, oh, should you buy Cold War? I was gonna say, I was like, console or Cold War. I don't know. I haven't spent much time on it. Like, did you play the beta? Because if you liked the beta, then I'd say sure, right? Because I'm not some person who would normally buy a Call of Duty game, to be honest, that often. But the beta kind of sold me on it. Like, I really liked what I played from the beta, and so I decided to get it. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you loved it, then yeah, I'd definitely recommend getting it. Just pop up on my camera. So I think this is the 4K 30 FPS mode, which is got ray tracing and it looks great, like really awesome looking. You can see like the reflections, you know, they're great. And then there's also the 60 FPS mode, and it's funny because I'm someone who like, obviously I like 60 FPS, I like higher frame rates, but I've never been someone who needs the frame rates to enjoy stuff. Like, there's some people who are just like, oh, if it's not 60 FPS minimum, I'm not playing it. I don't really care. Like, with a campaign game especially, I don't mind having a slightly lower frame rate. But yeah, no, like, you can see like the reflections aren't there now. But it is insanely smooth. Because when people say they have that's the thing. Okay, I have had zero issues. That's the thing, like I said, Dark Fiend, is that like, how many consoles have sold of the PS5? Like, probably, my guess is like thousands, right? Thousands have sold. I don't know the exact numbers. I don't know how many they're planning on selling this year alone. But let's just say, like, for the sake of this, 500,000 consoles have been sold, right? Like, that's a random number I'm throwing out there. It's probably a little bit less right now just because it's not available overseas yet. But, or even, honestly, maybe it's sold more than that, because I think they said they're going to sell like a couple million in the first year, and if it's completely sold out. Anyways, my point is, I've heard maybe 5 people say that they're having problems with these games, right? That's 5 people out of hundreds of thousands. Like, that's just a thing. Like, there's always hardware issues with stuff, no matter what. It's stuff they're gonna fix eventually. That's just normal. Like, if it's like that happens, then obviously people want to hear, like, you know, oh, this isn't working, so it becomes like this big headline, and a bunch of fans get worried because, oh, great, the PS5 is broken on launch. Like, that, I cannot name one console that has not had broken consoles or games that aren't working at launch. It's just a genuine fact of life. Like I said, I've had 0 issues. My friend Jack got his console. He's had 0 issues, right? I've had no issues with Spider-Man specifically. So, yeah, I think it's just You know, one of those cases where some person has an issue with it, and maybe they're a person that has a big following on YouTube or something like that, right? And then they make a video saying, "Oh yeah, my game is having issues or my console doesn't work," and then everybody thinks that the console's a broken mess at launch, when really there's no proof to that. That like every other console's gonna be like that, because that's just not. Anyways, I don't know. The Xbox is the ring of death, PS5 the ring of death. Yeah, every console's had its issues. And that's the thing is I never got either of those problems, right? Well, my Xbox did get the red ring before, but I remember I had it when I was younger, and I literally just the myth for the PS5 overheating. I don't really think that's true. A big feature of the PS5 was about its size is to make sure it was good at cooling, and the cases where the PS5 is overheated is literally from it being in the Best Buy kiosk, where it's in this tiny trapped space with like no air control. So it's gonna overheat in a situation like that. There's different types of it. Okay, yeah. Then I never got the major one. No, like if you have your PlayStation in an open area like I do, where there's lots of airflow, you're not gonna have overheating issues. I think you're gonna get overheating issues if you're like, you know, the Best Buy kiosk, where it's like in this small trapped area. Coming soon. This is kind of cool. Like, I'm really liking. It's nice that what do you call it? The PlayStation Store is this quick menu now, because it did suck like having to open up the app on the PS4, because that's the biggest problem I have with the PS4 right now, and overall, because it's pretty much I'm done using it for a while, is how slow the OS was, like the UI. I mean, like, it was crap. Yes, PSVR does work on PS5. There is no like PS5 specific VR yet, right? Like an upgraded version that like is like 4K or something like that. That doesn't exist yet. But to get it to work, you do have to get this adapter. That if you have a PSVR already, you literally just go to the Sony website or the PlayStation website. There's like a link you have to go to, and you give them the serial number that's on the bottom of your VR unit. It's on like the VR, like this thing right here, the VR box, and they just send you one in the mail for free. So like I ordered mine like 2 weeks ago, and I got it I think yesterday, and yeah, like that's the adapter. So that's just so that the VR can work on the PS5. But yeah, you can use the PSVR on it. I personally haven't set it up yet. I don't think I'm going. I don't really use my VR too much, to be honest. I really like it, but I find it's kind of been underutilized. Like, there wasn't really enough games. And I'm hoping that we will see lots of more games on the PS5 and PS4 and whatnot, like, utilizing review Bug Snacks already. Alright, Aiden, fine, I'll review Bug Snacks. I haven't even opened it once. This is Bug Snacks. I give it a 10 out of 10. The end. But, yeah. I'm trying to think. I guess I can demo some Cold War stuff. I have to... Yes, it's a rival for NAC. What about BO3, Black Ops 3? Black Ops 3 will work on here, yeah. There's only 11 games that don't work on PS4. There's only 11 games from PS4 that don't work on PS5. Sony released the list. They're like no-name games, like games I've never heard about. So, yeah, Black Ops 3, I've heard people already playing it on PS4 and talking about it and stuff, or PS5, I mean. Oh, yeah, so here I have, like, clips and stuff that I saved. I don't actually know how you view all your clips at once, but... so this is a clip of not Mary Jane being saved at Aiden Culligan. So, yeah, I recorded that. It's nice. It's one thing I was wondering is if it would be HDR. It is, because PS4 did not have HDR recording, so if you had HDR on, it would be like really fucked up colors. This has 4K 60 FPS HDR recordings. It's awesome. Oh, I see. I just pressed R1 on it. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of fucking around. Like, I didn't... It's really easy to, like, take screenshots and saves now, right? Because, like, on the PS4, it was really... I would press the share button, I'd have to wait, like, 30 seconds for it to open. It was crap. This, if I'm on Spider-Man, I'm going to have to reopen it, but you guys are going to see how fast it is anyways. So if I open up Spider-Man here, I'm going to be at the main menu right now. Continue. I should be in the game in, like, 3 seconds. Okay, I'm already in it. So, say I wanted to, like... save or like record or whatever, you literally just click the share button, where it's called create now, but you click it, instantly opens the menu, and you would just click start new recording, and now it's recording like a 4K video. So really quick. Love how slick that is. Like, yeah, it doesn't lag it or anything like that. It's so nice having that, because yeah, on the PS4, like you just said, like on Warzone and stuff, it takes so long. Because I remember I was playing, I think, Cold War, the beta. Let's hope it stays. I think it will. I mean, it's an SSD. That's the reason it's so fast, is because the SSD. Like, will it get slower? Cold War have zombies? Yeah, Cold War does have zombies. I played it a little bit earlier. Well, I didn't play regular zombies. I played, like, this other mode. It's called, like, Onslaught. Yeah, if you get the Miles Morales Ultimate Edition, it's, like, 90 Canadian or whatever. So I think it's, like, Miles Morales... The remaster basically costs, like, $20. Is what it comes down to. Yeah, it's not as a disc, though. It just gives you a digital voucher for it. Yeah, Cold War came out today. I've got it right here. Came out today. Or I guess yesterday, technically, because it's 2:36 a.m. That's the one I ordered without knowing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so there you go. You got the 2018 remaster. Yeah, it's a really good remaster, too. Like I'm in the 60 FPS mode right now, I think. This feels like 60 FPS? Let me check. I need to check those reflections. Oh, no, this is the 30 FPS ray tracing. See, that's the thing. I can't even tell all the time. Like, once I switch to... So, yeah, you get the remastered version, Aiden. And then... I really like the music, too, like Miles's theme. This isn't the main score, but it's just like what they have on the PlayStation menu when you hover over it. Okay, what's my phone at? I'm at 6%. I'm gonna plug my phone in a second. I'll have to sit in the corner. Yeah, yeah, that's true, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move areas, guys. I wish I knew where my fucking extension cord was. Does it have more storage? I don't know how much storage the PS Slim had. I think the Slim had 500 gigabytes. So, yeah, it does have more storage. Not a whole bunch more. It's an 825 gigabyte SSD, but the OS takes up quite a bit. Oh, it had 800? Okay, so this technically has 25 gigabytes more. But again, you gotta take into account the OS. So I think you actually get about 680 gigabytes on here. God damn it, where's the extension cord? My phone's battery has been kind of poop recently. And the extension cord over here. I guess I could plug it into my laptop. I'm hoping it'll charge it while I stream. Yeah, my basement's kind of a mess right now because, like, I came downstairs today and I threw everything out of the way so I could get this thing up and running. I was literally, like, when the PS5 arrived, I was literally on the toilet. My mom's like, "Oh, Dawson, it's here." Let me tell you, that was the quickest shit I've ever taken. I think at that moment, literally. It's a dumb joke, but it's a true story. Okay, so we're gonna turn on my laptop, plug my controller or my phone in. Christmas came early this year. I believe I came early would be a better way of putting it. But yes, Christmas did come early this year. Okay. I am charging. Hopefully it stays that way. I'm gonna rest this here. I'll check my phone in like a minute. I have a feeling it's gonna like not charge. It's gonna like kill it. But we'll find out. I hate it how like these apps. Sorry that you can see I'm trying to hold this with my legs. I hate that these apps like on my phone, not the PlayStation. Like on YouTube and stuff, you can't tap your screen to focus on the TV more. Like it's really dumb how it's like just autofocus completely. Thought about waiting until Christmas to set this bad boy up in the basement, but yeah, as soon as I... Yeah, it's too awesome to ignore. Plus, you know, fuck, I was thinking about it, imagine if you had a fucking defective unit. Not that I doubt it'll happen, but mostly because this is doubling as an early... My brothers. Ah, nice. How... Well, I haven't really played Cod Zombies. Like, I just played Onslaught mode, and I didn't really like it. It was kind of weird. I don't really know how to explain Onslaught. I don't think I'm gonna spend much time on it. But, regular zombies... I don't know. I don't... From what I've seen, I don't really like the look of the zombies, to be honest. I would say so, Aiden, because I actually, like, I'm not a huge COD person, and I really liked the beta. Like, just the regular multiplayer, I actually loved it. And I spent, like, I think, like, 12 hours on it, and, just 12 hours isn't like that insane for me, but I really liked it. And with the fucking, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna demo it. I love the new 26. Okay, what's my phone storage? Okay, 5%, so I have no way of telling if it's killing it slowly. Cold War, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna just open up a custom match, but I'll show you what I mean. Like, it's awesome how it does this. It's actually kind of cool, which is nice too, is about with Cold War, if you want, say you just want to have multiplayer downloaded, you can actually delete the campaign and zombies and just have multiplayer. Or if you want to just have the campaign, you can delete multiplayer and zombies. Like, you can kind of pick and choose what you want downloaded. The only thing that sucks is they don't separate Warzone from multiplayer, because I would totally delete Warzone. I'm not really a fan of Battle Royale, and Warzone is, like, fucking massive, so... Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where, like, they kind of just, the campaign, they just make them. Well, they didn't, not always, because they skipped out on it a couple of years. By the way, if you're ever wondering if the video freezes for a second, that's just when I plug my camera and I get a pop-up on my phone. It's not like my internet's down or anything. Completing campaign. Well, and that's the... Is this balanced? Okay, I'm just gonna hold this with me. The only first-person campaign I've ever finished was the Halo series. I think, really, Call of Duty I've done a lot of the campaigns for. Battlefield I've done some. This is like a broken charger, whatever. This is... See, this is my fucking awful setup, whatever. Here we go. The glare is awful. I apologize. It's stupid. Okay. Partially installed the campaign. Oh well. Okay, I want to find out how I can turn off the... Because I accidentally turned on this thing where, like, no matter what I'm playing, like, the music from the game is playing in the background, and it's kind of annoying me. Was it in the fucking... No, whatever, who cares. Okay, verse bot. I'll just do custom games. Bots and players. Add bot. Okay, we're fighting some bots, boys. Actually, I'm gonna remove some bots. I'll do that. Okay. Loadout. Is it gonna let me... I'm missing comments right now. Oh, I've got Halo 3 there. Okay. Okay, good. I can't select any weapon, because I was just wondering, like, if it would let me do it. So let's just say I do whatever the fuck the bullfrog is. MP5. Just want to make sure I'm selecting things that aren't, like, kind of pre-selected already anyways. Okay, we're probably good with this stuff. Let's just jump right in. And yeah, like, it's custom games, but, like, look how fast this is to load. I mean, it's doing a 3, 2, 1 countdown first, but... Ready? Boom. We're already loaded. Okay, so I don't really know how to explain, like, the resistance on this thing. Like, I can't really pause it. Okay, by comparison, right? I'm using that, like, that's the force I'm using. And on this one, same amount of force. There's so much resistance, and when you fire the gun, Like, it's awesome. Right, like, it's like a real trigger, because with triggers, it's like you're pulling, and then it, you know, flings back, so it does that. I'm just gonna blow myself up here. Okay, let's try out this gun. Oh, it's the same gun still. Okay, I gotta kill myself again. Let's go find that one AI. But no, yeah, I'm loving, capital love, the... Oh, you killed him. Like, it's crazy. Like, what I like about it, too, is it's, like, it feels like... Because, like, the jittering up and down, like, it... Okay, here we go. This is a different gun. Like, it looks the same on the camera, but it is literally different. Like, each gun feels completely different. Oh, okay, this is crazy. So, look at the resistance on this, right? Resistance, it was like... it's like, resistant. Now, you switch to this fucking rocket launcher. It's, like, so much heavier. It's crazy. Like, the rocket launchers, there's so much resistance on the trigger. Like, it feels weird. Like, it takes us... Oh, because it's meant to be heavier. Like, a rocket launcher is meant to be way heavier, obviously, so there's more resistance. Like, that's what I mean. Like, every single gun is... Oh, you're talking about the... But, yeah, okay. I was confused for a second. I was like... Yeah, and there's a... I don't know if it... I don't think it will, Aiden, but there's, like, maybe a slight chance it'll get here Thursday, actually. Or, Sunday, I mean. So, thanks. No problem. Yeah, speaking of which, Rogway, I think Rogway's annoyed at me because he did not respond to me after, like, I told him, Wait, what's this? It depends where you're living. If you're in the States, it's... Oh. If you live in the US, it'll cost you $500 for the disc version. So it's 630 Canadian, and then, like, with tax, it's, like, 70... I think it's, like, 705. Yeah, sucked. Oh. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna really quickly find another, Okay, you live in the US? Yeah, it'd be $500 then. I'm gonna really quickly find another charging cord, because mine is, God, I've got fucking shit everywhere. I think my charger cord's broken. It's, like, bent. Got one right here. No, I had one close by. No, yeah, like, Aiden, I don't know, like, there's so many things I want to do, like, right now, like, because there's just all these different games. It's, like, one of those issues where it's, like, I got all these games at once. I don't know which one I want to play first. If I want to play, like, Call of Duty, or... I think Miles is the one I'm going with. Like, I honestly think that's what I'm going to finish first. No, Amazon delivers every day. If you have Amazon Prime, they literally deliver every single day. That's the thing I like about Amazon, is, like I said, every day they deliver. So I've gotten, like, stuff from them on, like, Sundays before. It's just, like, Canada Post and whatnot that don't deliver Sundays. Yeah, like, this is crazy resistance. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna change weapons. Okay, let's see what the RPD thing is like. Allahu Akbar! Okay. So, more resistance when you're aiming. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Just the way it, like, it flings back. It just genuinely, like, adds a lot of... I don't know, like... It's great, though. I'll just say that much. Ooh, I like the way this one feels. Like, the vibration all looks the same on camera, but, like, they all feel different. Like, they're different levels of vibration in the, trigger. Quality of the mic. The mic quality, from what I've heard, is, like, it's, like, okay. Like, it's... If you're rating it out of 10, it's probably, like, a 5 or a 6. Like, it's not... From what I've heard, it's not, like, a great mic. It is... Yeah, this is a built-in mic right here. Where the fuck is it? There. It's a built-in mic. From what I've heard, it's, like... I did hear one guy talk. In Call of Duty, anybody who uses a microphone, it comes through the controller. So there's this one guy who was saying, like, fuck you, faggot, and it was coming through here. It's kind of funny. That F you, faggot thing didn't actually happen. That was just a joke. But it's true that it does come through the controller. No, it's... From what I've heard, like, the mic's, like, it's okay. When you have it on, though, it reduces all of the vibrations to low. Because you can set in the settings on of the PlayStation, like, how strong you want the vibrations. So, some games do require a mic, like Astro's Playroom. You can blow into the mic, and that'll, like, move things. So, in that game, it doesn't change it, but some games it will change. Like, the vibrations are still good, it's just that they're, like, weaker. I keep it on strong, personally, for obvious reasons. So yeah, that's kind of like how the guns feel. They feel good. Yeah, Aiden, if you want to come over Sunday, I was asking you for what time you work tomorrow, because I was like, if you didn't work till 10, I'd invite you over, like, after 8:30 when I'm done work, so that we could, like, you could try it out. But yeah, if you want to come over on Sunday when Nate's coming over, I work till 6:30 Sunday, but I'm gonna leave at 6 because the store closes at 6, and there's no point in me staying an extra half an hour, so... That's what everybody does on Sundays. They just leave a half an hour early. At least in my department. It's 4 a.m. for you. Yeah, it's 2:52 for me right now. I should go to bed soon, even though I don't want to. One thing that's also kind of nice, not like a huge deal, but the HDR is built in. Like, what I mean by that is it's like, when you open up games, they no longer ask you to, like, set your HDR or whatever. Like, you do it in the main PlayStation menu when you set up the console, and then from there on out, it just automatically, every game will have it set to that, so you don't have to, like, open a game and kind of fuck around with the HDR. Not really a big deal whatsoever, just kind of nice. Is it? Yes, this game is keyboard and mouse compatible. You can, right up there, you can add the mouse. And actually, speaking of which, there's even keyboard and mouse settings right here. Please disconnect a keyboard to access. Bandwidth. Yeah, that's one thing we're going to do is we're going to run a Ethernet cord from our router upstairs to the basement so I can plug it into the console. Yeah, like, the console, like, it's one thing, like, on camera. Like, seeing it in person, it is fucking huge. Like, it's insane how large it is. I wonder if the controller vibrations are in Warzone. That'd be interesting to find out. I'm not going to do the research. Yeah, that's what I found that out a couple days ago. The news was that originally it was gonna be like you couldn't hang out, but they didn't end up going through that. I think that's what the chief medical person in Manitoba or whatever wanted to happen, but they didn't go with it. So yeah, no, we can still hang out. Like, it's a max of 5. But yeah, so we can still hang, which is nice. Yeah, like, I didn't, because I was hoping Nate would come over today, but he didn't respond to me, but then I got a text message from him tonight at, like, 7. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We see each other at work all the time, so I was kind of like, doesn't really matter to me. Plus, if they're keeping schools open, I don't really give a fuck about what rules they introduce. Like, if you're gonna say that, oh no, schools stay open, but you can't have anybody hanging out, what? Doesn't make sense. Yeah. I suppose Aiden, if you wanted to come over after 10 o'clock tomorrow night for like an hour or something to just test it out super quickly, I'd be cool for that too. I don't care. Like, I want people to test this thing out. It's so crazy. I mean, I work at like 10 the next day, but I don't really care. I'm staying up late the next few nights. Or you can just wait till Sunday if you want either. I don't care. But, you know, Sunday, you guys can probably come over like after, like right after 6. Like, I'm going to get off at 6 and then, yeah, true. What time do you work? Are you 2 to 10 or what hours are you? Local library. Damn. 5 to 10. Yeah. I'm tomorrow. It's kind of annoying. I'm 12 to 3 in the deli, and then I'm 3:30 to 8:30 in a la carte. The deli one seems like a little bit pointless to me personally. It's because a lot of people requested time off that day, so it's just I think Candace is by herself from 7 to 10. Then Kayla is there from like, well, 10 onwards. And then I'm there from, like I said, 12 to 3, and I think Darren comes in at 3:30 or 3. It's kind of a weird day. Like, whatever. They scheduled me, so I'm going in for that. But, a la carte. I'm starting to like a la carte. Like, I don't mind closing an a la carte. It's pretty freaking simple. Like, because you barely get any customers, and it doesn't get boring, though. Like, I feel like there's more to do when you're closing an a la carte, because you have to do all the dishes and everything. Alright, see you, man. Thanks for joining. Take it easy. But yeah, no, Aiden, like, okay, so far, favorite thing with the console controller, second favorite thing would just be the loading times. Like, it's just crazy. Like, go down, clearing the way. Oh, click, press go, let's resume. Just gonna open up the game. There's the main menu. But then, like, just like that, I'm already in the game. Like, that's just insane. Because I'm thinking, like, I remember on the PS4, this game, it was like 20 seconds to load, usually. I want to see. Yeah, well, I mean, I always liked the DualShock 4. Like, I probably like it more than the Xbox One, honestly, just because I'm more used to it. Like, I used it for years. I always thought the DualShock 4 was, like, the best PlayStation controller, but this is definitely, like... This isn't even, like, the best PlayStation controller. I'd say this is the best controller in general now, because it feels, like, similar to an Xbox controller. Like, like, the shape of it is similar to an Xbox. It still has, like, the horizontal thing that Sony does, but it's just the features. Like, the features are what make it so fucking crazy. Like, if it didn't have the features, I'd say it's a really comfortable controller and I like it. But it's the features that make it what it is. Like, it's, I don't know, it's fucking awesome. Yeah, for me, the DualShock 4 fits just fine. So yeah, it's definitely just a personal thing like that. I'm trying to see. I guess I don't show it on here. The new Peter Parker face model that some people do not like. I don't. Oh, it's my cat meowing. I don't mind it personally. When I first thought I didn't like it, but the more I've seen of it, the more I like it. It's actually very realistic looking. Like, that's the thing I find weird about it, is it's like extremely realistic. It's odd. Okay, I'm gonna close that for now. I'm literally just jumping between games. My PlayStation's like just confused. Boom, boom. 3%. Oh, my fucking... It's not good. My phone actually is dying slowly. I'll probably end this stream at like 3:05. I'll go for another 5 minutes. That's probably by the time my controller will be dead anyways. Yep. So far, first impressions of all these games. Spider-Man Remastered. The same game with improved graphics. Nothing really to say. I haven't even spent much time on it. I've literally the very opening of the game. Cold War, again, spent 0 time in it on PS5. I did 1 match. The triggers are really cool. Astro's Playroom, I really like it. It's like a fun little platformer that has a ton of PlayStation Easter eggs, and it's the best show off for the controller by far. Miles Morales, great so far. I just actually in the game I just unlocked the main suit. Like I just got it. The Miles Morales isn't very long. Like from because I know like in fact like if you bought the regular version it's like $50 I think I want to say. So it's not a full length game. It's like 6 hours is what I think most people are reporting, which I'm okay with. Like, you know, there's the side stuff and I don't know. Like yeah, it could be longer, but I'm fine with. I don't know. I'm somebody who doesn't even mind short games anyways. Like there's a lot of games I play that are like 10 hours. Yeah, it's not very long. That's the thing for me is like Spider-Man 2018. It was funny because that game, like the first time I played it, was probably like 15 hours, but then on my walkthrough I did it was like 8 hours. Like it was way shorter. So yeah, Miles being like 6 hours or so is like it's definitely short, but I also feel like it doesn't have any filler so far. Like I've noticed that like it's pretty to the point. I do wish it was longer, but I've liked it a lot so far. Um, it's better than I was initially expecting it to be because when it was first announced, I was like, "Oh, that's cool," and then I saw some stuff and I was like, "I wonder." By the way, if this stream randomly ends, it's because my phone died. But like when I initially saw Miles, I was like, "Oh, that's cool, they're doing that," but is it going to be like the DLCs? Because the DLCs I did not like for 2018. I thought they're really weak, and since it wasn't a full length game, I was like, "Are they just DLCing it? Like it's just going to be like kind of mediocre?" But no, so far I like the story. I think some of the character drama stuff is actually really good, and yeah, I'm liking it a lot. Demon Souls I played for about 20 minutes maybe, and it looks fantastic. I think I'm going to restart the campaign. I want to change my class. I think I went with the wrong one. Yeah, it's difficult. Like, Souls games aren't really my type of games, to be honest, in the first place, but I really wanted to get this because of how it looked, and I do want to give these types of games a shot. And, yeah. So I'm hoping it's a game I can get through. I just need to, like, really learn how to play them. Like, I know Nate really likes them, and he's, like, really good at them. I just need to learn them. Last of Us Part 2. Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, like I've never tried any of the Dark Souls games. I have tried out Bloodborne, and it's one of those things where it's like when I tried out Bloodborne, I really liked it. Like I thought that the gameplay was actually really good. Like I really liked the combat and the way it felt. I know the appeal to a lot of people about for them is how difficult they are, and that's kind of what hello. That's kind of what turns me off about them. Like I find they can be like overly hard. I also just don't think they explain their games very well to you. And what I mean by that is it's just like you start and it's like you have a ton of potions and they don't tell you what to do with them. Like it kind of annoys me. It's just like, oh, like am I supposed to Google this shit? PS Plus collection. Oh yeah, that's nice that you get this. Forgot about this actually. Like if people have a PS Plus, so anybody coming over from like Xbox or if this is like their first console, first PlayStation console, is nice because you get the PlayStation Plus collection and that's like these games. So you get Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Fallout 4, Combat X, God of War, Monster Hunter World, Black Ops 3. Oh, and it includes Zombies Chronicles. That's nice. Battlefield 1, Persona 5, Resident Evil 7, Final Fantasy, whatever XV is. Is that 15? Last Guardian, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, Uncharted 4, Arkham Knight, Ratchet and Clank, Last of Us, Remastered, Bloodborne, Until Dawn, Infamous. You get all those. So, pretty good. Doesn't mean much to me, but it's very nice for like people coming over because again, it's not like you have to like it's just literally if you have PS Plus, you get it, so it's nice, very nice. Days Gone. Some of those games got. Oh, I have to fucking install Little Big Planet still. I keep on forgetting that. It's the only game I don't have installed yet. Oh my god, Bug Snacks. That's nice since I don't actually own a lot of those. Yeah, I guess, yeah, you'll get to actually have them now too. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, like God of War, I guess too, yeah. Yeah, no, God of War, I just found this out because God of War on PS4 Pro, there was like two modes. There was like 4K, and then there was like 60 FPS. And the 60 FPS mode, it wasn't actually 60 FPS. It was like target, but from what I've heard, it's actually mostly 40 to 50. And I kind of noticed that when I played it, like that it was all over the place. It was pretty unstable. So it's just like flat out 60 on here. I kind of wish it was like 4 or even like dynamic 4K where it's like kind of like, because dynamic 4K is where it's sometimes 4K, but it kind of just changes on the fly depending on what's going on. If it was like dynamic 4K 60, that'd be great. It's just 1080 60, but it is nice that it's a straight up 60. Like I watched some guy fight Baldur at the beginning, and it was really fucking smooth. This menu is like the exact same as like the PS4 one, pretty much for the most part. Except I have my captures and broadcast video clip format, 4K, trophies. Oh yeah, and I guess we'll be able to use that feature where you can do like picture in picture. So like you and I can like be in a party together and share screen or whatever. That'll be cool. Enable HTTP. Oh, that's another thing too. PS5, the data cap is a lot larger. So one of the things that I hated about my PS4 and like Xbox and everything is that like if I was downloading games, even though I had like really fast internet, like 600 megabytes internet, 600 megabyte download speed, on my console, like when I was downloading games, I'd only get 20. On this, there's like not a cap like that. So for example, I was downloading Spider-Man, and it was downloading at like 500 megabytes a second, and it finished in like I don't know how long, not long, because it's like 50 gigabytes, and it finished like really quickly. Like it didn't take 100 seconds, but it took like probably 15 minutes, or maybe even less. Like it was really quick. So that's something that's really nice to have. I've really just been moving my fucking thing around the main menu for the last like little bit. No, yeah, I hated how slow the OS was on the last console, so it's nice that on here, PlayStation Store is literally just like this. It's not an app anymore. Just go down in a minute. It's nice to have. All PS5 games. All 3 of them. It's not loading for some reason. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's actually not a lot, but there's like an okay amount. Yep, when you actually start up the PS5, if you have your PS4 with you, you can literally just do a thing on the PS4 where it'll take a couple hours if you're doing everything, but you can actually it syncs with your PS4 and it just copies everything from the PS4 onto the PS5 without you having to like plug anything in. I didn't do that because I didn't want to download all of my stuff. Like I just saved everything to my cloud save and then just downloaded it over. But yeah, no, you can transfer everything if you'd like. You might need PS Plus to do that. You probably do, honestly. But yeah, like I just transfer everything over immediately. And it's kind of nice. When I was signing in, there's just a QR code that if you have the PlayStation app, you just scan the QR code and then it just logs you in and it already has all your preferences saved. So I didn't have to like redo anything like that. It was very quick to set it up. I like the combat in Miles Morales more. Like it's the same combat for the most part, but his Venom powers are sick because you hold down like L1 and then like square is like one where he kind of like does like a dash attack, or there's like L1 and square and X where he jumps and does a ground pound. The vibration of the controller is insane. Like it's super heavy vibration, and I just did the bridge scene. That was the most recent thing I did in the campaign, was the bridge part, and I think I recorded it, but it was really awesome feeling. So I gotta figure out how to operate all this stuff. Actually, I'm gonna go over these things real quickly. So, home screen, okay, easy. Switcher, that's if you want to switch between games. Okay, notifications. Okie dokie. Game base, this is what tells me all of my friends and stuff. Aiden Colgan, last online 5 hours ago. Remove his friend. Music. Just play music immediately. Sound. Mic. Accessories. Myself. Oh yeah, you can also check how many hours you've spent on games, which is nice. Like it tells you your PS4 games. So I think the most I had was actually on GTA 5. I think you have to go up to your account. Fuck, how do I get there? Oh, did Aiden leave? Oh, you're thinking. Okay, yeah, I just say your comment. Your Persona game time. I wonder if it tells me what your. I'm gonna see that really quickly. I'm just gonna check if it tells you your friends. You can go, but I'll text you if I see anything. I'm gonna end this stream. Goodbye, goodbye everybody. Thanks for joining.